Hi everyone, this is Steph with Stampin' and Scrappin' with Steph, and today I have this fun bag to show you today. So the purpose of this bag was created for a Stampin' Friends blog hop project. This month's theme was all about the paper, so I wanted to create projects that showcased a designer series paper pack. If you've seen my card video, the pop-up card video, this coordinates with that project. This is a super easy bag. If you've made bags and boxes before, then you understand the basic techniques to it. So this bag completed is excuse me, 3 inches wide by 7 tall, and it is 2 inches deep here. And so this paper that I used is called Pattern Party, and this is a designer series paper that if you host a workshop with a demonstrator, you could earn free as part of the host rewards. All right, few products used, and stamping is a minimum, which is sometimes always fun if you're looking to make something in multiples. All right, so for this particular project, you will need a designer series paper that measures 9.5 by 10. And then we're going to bring out the scoreboard, but I'm going to use my trimmer. Okay. And just extend my arm. So I'm going to start with, make sure I have it right, so the 9-inch side of the card at top. And we want to score it 1.5, 4.5, 6, and 9. Okay, so now we're going to turn it to the 10-inch side, and we're going to score it at 1.5 on one end, and then move all the way down to 8.5 and score it again. Or you could have just simply turned your paper around and scored it at 1.5. So it's 1.5 on each end. And that's it for the scoring. And this is the reverse side of the paper, so you can choose whichever sides you prefer. And the nice thing about that paper pack is one side is patterns that are all different colors, with stripes and flowers, and the other sides are black and white. So we're going to score on all of these, fold on all of these score lines. All right, and then you have now your 1.5-inch score line at the top and one at the bottom. So it doesn't really matter at this point, top, bottom, but it will matter in your folding. So I'm just going to have my 1/2-inch edge here to the left. I'm going to fold up for this score line, but for this top one, I'm going to go opposite and fold so that is exposed. So if you can see on this one, I did the stripes, and the reverse side on that pattern is these black and white flowers. So I thought this one was a little fun with the little circles here. Okay, so now we're going to do some trimming. And I know sometimes it's hard on camera to see score lines, but just like you would, you're going to cut up on your score lines. You can do a little wedge if you feel it's not going to close right. And then you have this little piece right here from the 1/2-inch edge that you can just simply remove. But when I was assembling these, I didn't feel that that got in my way, so I didn't bother doing any little wedging. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I want my flap to stay down. So I'm going to add some adhesive. You could use your liquid glue. And put the flap down, give it a little push there. I find that helps it stay. Okay, and now you have this edge where I'm going to put adhesive. Now I would use probably tear and tape or this Stampin' Seal Plus, something just a little bit stronger depending on what you're putting in here. But for the video, I think it's just fine. So now let's, and everything should just line up like that. Okay. And you can see you now have this box shape. Because here is my seam, I know this will be the back of my box. So I'm going to this is the back. I'm working with this flap. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive on that. And fold that there. Now the next flap, I'm going to add a little more adhesive here on that side. And give it a little push down. All right. So seam in the back, and you're just going to take your fingers and push in here and kind of give it that pinch fold, which is super easy with the Designer Series paper to do. All right, so that is basically the gist of the box, or the bag. You could add a binder clip or a clothespin. You could punch a hole and thread some ribbon through to, keep it closed. Okay, so what could you put in here? Well, it's a super tall bag, so you could fill it with candies, chocolates, that type of stuff. You could add a hand sanitizer, maybe a little lip balm, or some lotion. I think the lip. So you can see you can fit a good amount in there, depending on, like I said, what you're filling it with. And sorry, my lotion says Santa. You could also do like a little travel tissue with the lip balm. Teas, little single instant coffees will fit. Anything that you really need to put in there. This box can be designed very easily to be slightly taller too. You could fill it with pens or pencils. Pens probably will fit at this point. Pencils might be a little too tall. You can make a quick back to school gift. I think it's really, really fun. All right. All right. So for this bag, I just held it tight with the ribbon, and then I added this little double tag here, so you could write or stamp on the white part and leave a little message. Now, I used the scallop contour dies and this particular little die here to cut out the basic white and then a different pattern. So I just went with this one. I don't know if that's like a leopard print or cheetah print. I don't really know animal prints very well, so I'm just going to guess. And rather than having the white in the back, I'm going to have the white up front. So I am going to try using the Enjoy the Moment stamp set. And I'm going to use Enjoy the Moment. I'm not sure if it will be too wide, but we'll give it a go. Oh, no, it fits okay. It fits. Okay. And then I have some basic pearl jewels here. I'm going to use the dark Flirty Flamingo blend. And you can see I've already colored 2. So I'm going to do a third one for you. If you don't have Stampin' Blends, any other alcohol-based markers will work. Sharpies work great. We have a rainbow of Sharpies. And then I'm going to add, I'm missing my Take Your Pick tool at the moment. I've done some rearranging, and for the life of me, I can't figure out where I put it. Or one of my cats took it. It is quite possible. I find a lot of my stuff on the floor when I haven't been working for a little bit. And I'm just going to add a couple dots like that. Now, in the original bag, I just let the tags run free here. So for this one, I think I'm going to add a dimensional, and I'm going to keep it kind of still. I'm just going to take one of my dimensional edges here. And stick that there. Now, because the die punches out these little holes, you can line those up super easy. Oh, we're upside down. Like that. And so it's offset so you can still see it in the background. I'm going to take my linen thread and feed it through. So I'm going to take the Pale Papaya ribbon, I'm just going to create a bow. Now, sub ribbons are very, very easy to tie bows with, and others can make you struggle a little bit. So this one isn't too bad. It's usually my fingers that don't want to cooperate. All right. And then what I did, and I'm sure there's so many different ways that you guys could do this, but I'm just going to add linen thread. And do a second bow with this one. And of course my linen thread has decided today, let's twist, but give it a little trim. And again, there you have it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and till the next time, have a great day and happy